It's worse when we're talking about or hearing speculation about you fighting somebody that literally fights 3 weight divisions lower than you.
Very excited. You know, this is the biggest fight of my career, if it happened. And I'm just looking forward to it. I'm excited.
Crawford?
Yeah.
I think Canelo just too big for Crawford. I mean, Terence Crawford is another, amazing fighter.
StephenASmith gave a strong message to Terence Crawford during a live talk, saying he disagrees with his decision to fight Canelo Alvarez. Smith said he dislikes the idea and thinks it's a very poor move. He explained Crawford is 3 weight, levels under Canelo and far too small to battle him.
Reaction to the idea of Crawford versus Canelo?
I hate it. I don't like it one bit. I think that Crawford is the best pound-for-pound fighter on the planet. I think that Canelo is one of those folks. But Canelo is fighting at 168, which means he's walking around heavier.
Ex-world champ Amir Khan, who battled Canelo in 2016, shared a serious alert with Crawford. Khan confessed he didn't take the weight jump seriously and labeled Canelo a monster inside the ring. Khan admitted now he truly gets why having different weight levels in...
Canelo's a beast, man. Canelo's a beast. And when it was offered to me, I tried to chase the Mayweather fight at that time, and it happened. And obviously, I was probably at my peak of my career there as well. So, whoever I was going to fight, I was going to give him a hard fight regardless. Because we were winning that fight against Canelo until he knocked me out. But,
beautiful.
Yeah, I was boxing well, but one thing, size, there's now I understand why they make weight divisions in boxing. Every weight division, but then again, look, bro, you would probably take it. I was offered like 10 million quid, bro. Yeah. 10 million quid, bro. Look, end of the day, this is like, it's a lot of money, I thought about it. What made me, when I got the deal on the table for 10 mil, I was like, should I take it or not? But then I worked it out. Normally, I have to have 3 or 4 hard training camps and fights to make that kind of money. That's still one fight. So you gotta do it in that one fight. You know what I mean?
Does Canelo beat Crawford?
Size, bro. Remember, but Crawford then is a big boy as well. Crawford's a big guy when it comes to weight. A box fight. Yeah.
What do you think?
I think Crawford, in my opinion, but size might matter. But then again, I think. Since when I fought Canelo's become a better boxer. He started boxing more better.
Boxing icon Julio Cesar Chavez Sr. gave his opinion without pause. He said Crawford must avoid fighting Canelo at 168 pounds or he'll be knocked out. Chavez respects Crawford's skill, but believes in the super middleweight level Canelo is just way too strong. Coming from
Dinero y Canelo lo van a noquear.
The two fighters are gonna be different weight classes, even though they're gonna fight on a specific weight. He believes that they're just going because of the money, Crawford, but probably Canelo is gonna knock him out.
Though many have cautioned him, Crawford stays sure of himself. He publicly said he's fought bigger boxers than Canelo and thinks his skills will shine. In his view, Canelo's strength lies in his size, not his craft. But fans admire Crawford's belief in himself. He never avoids tough fights.
I feel I got the speed over Canelo. I got the reach over him. He might got the size, the power. I got the better skills, boxing skills.
Would it be more of a cat and mouse? The reality is Canelo does put people out. From Kirkland to Amir Khan to just...
Don't do
obviously,
I'm just saying, man.
No, but he's not Kovalev.
Kovalev was older. He
Billy Joe.
does. Don't get me wrong. He does have a lot of power, but all those guys that you named is not as skillful as me. I'm sorry. No disrespect to none of those fighters. The skill level is night and day.
So how do you see a fight with Canelo?
A fight. Canelo is a great fighter. Like, I always had respect for Canelo, but I just believe in my skills. The fact that people doubt me, it just fueled me even more. Try to get the fight even more. And I'm watching them, I'm like, man, I can beat this dude. I've been fighting people bigger than me all my life, and I always came out on top. You gonna get hit. It's a fight. He gonna get hit too. It'll be good.
During a live appearance, Smith repeated his concern, saying Crawford is just way too small. He pointed out that Crawford must leap 3 weight levels to meet Canelo, a jump that rarely ends well for smaller fighters. Though Crawford is gifted, Smith feels the size issue is risky. He should...
Let me tell you what I think should be gone. The notion that Terence Bud Crawford should move up 3 weight classes in 21 pounds to fight Canelo Alvarez. He's entirely too small. Jamel Charlo already proved that. Y'all remember that scene from Rocky? Remember that scene from Rocky 2? When Carl Weathers was Apollo Creed and his trainer was like, can I be honest? I saw you beat this man within an inch of his life and he kept coming. He wouldn't go away. He's wrong for us, baby. He's wrong. Let it go. Apollo couldn't do it and lost fight number 2. Trained him for fight Rocky 3 and then got killed in Rocky 4 by Drago because he couldn't let it go. Bud Crawford needs to let it go. Too small.
Well-known coach Joel Diaz was direct too, saying the idea of Crawford beating Canelo is foolish. He focused on the size gap and reminded people that Canelo has beaten top-level super middleweights and light heavyweights. As a trainer, Diaz views
a lot of people that say that Crawford can beat Canelo, no problem. I mean, I respect that, but I just think they're stupid. I mean, excuse my language. The size difference of a bigger man changes everything with one punch. And I can see the same thing. I mean, you saw Canelo Alvarez fighting Amir Khan. Now, look at this. Terence Crawford moved from 47 to 54 to fight Madrimov. What did he do to Madrimov? Nothing. Okay, Madrimov was a 54-pounder. Now, to move up to 168, that's 2 more divisions. Canelo Alvarez will take any punch from Crawford, but I don't think Crawford will take any punches from Canelo. Remember, Canelo got hit by Triple G, the heaviest hitter in that division. And Canelo took those shots like a champ. I don't think Crawford has anything to beat Canelo.
Sean Garcia agreed, saying while Crawford is an excellent fighter, Canelo's power and size are just too much. No matter Crawford's skill, Canelo is too big, Garcia said. StephenASmith, even while praising Crawford's talent and welterweight, legacy asked the big question.
You know what? I think my initial reaction would be to say that I think that Crawford would be the superior boxer, as great as Canelo is. As seasoned as he is with 65 fights, if I recall, on his record. I think boxing-wise, he's going to give Canelo fits. Don't believe he can hurt Canelo. I just believe that Crawford hasn't been in the ring with anybody this powerful. Again, Crawford is the superior boxer. But if he can't hurt Canelo, he can't keep him off of him. He says it's a legacy fight, and he believes he can do the same, and he wants to do the same against a fighter the caliber of Canelo Alvarez, which is why we haven't really seen him in the ring against anybody else. Fortunately, that's the business of boxing. He's a victim of it, not a villain.
Promoter Eddie Hearn called the fight unusual, even though he respects both fighters. He said the weight gap makes the match seem more like a show than a fair contest. Hearn warned that even if Crawford performs well, the public may not credit him due to the obvious size mismatch.
How is Crawford going to be able to bridge this weight gap?
Yeah, I don't think he can, in all honesty. I mean, he might not be able to bridge it on Saturday.
Yeah.
So,
one weight class.
68, yeah, but you're coming up from 35. 35, 40, 47, 54. Sooner or later, it's one too many. And 68 is definitely too many. But Crawford's brilliant. Like he's a genius. He's a generational great. So maybe he can find a way to do it. But I feel he'd be hugely outsized against Canelo Alvarez. Yeah. But you have to use your movement. If you're Terence Crawford in that fight, the last thing you want to do is stand and trade. He'd be moving a lot in that fight. Trust me. I'm not saying he'd be running. But he would be moving a lot. Of course, that's the way to beat him.
Yeah.
You know.
Trainer Robert Garcia shared a different view, saying most fans just don't want to see this bout. He feels the sport would rather watch Crawford battle someone nearer to his weight, maybe at 154 or 160 pounds. To Garcia, the fight feels forced. and lacks the natural rivalry that makes top-tier boxing battles true.
I want to see Crawford versus Canelo. I think people are going to know that that's too much. Moving up 2 more weight divisions, 2 more. Thank you. I don't think it's going to be. I don't think that'll bring that much attention anymore, because I think if you were going out there and destroy this guy, then okay, he can move up and fight against Canelo. But I think it'll be hard for people to buy that. You know, that he could fight somebody like Canelo, because Canelo's just too big. That's 2 weight divisions.
Boxing critic Showbiz the Adult gave a chilling take. He said he's heard the loud impact of Canelo's punches up close and doubts Crawford can take that much power. Though Crawford has heart and technique, the strength needed at 168 pounds is far more than at 147. Just 1 clean punch from Canelo.
Spaceman Films. What up, Biz? Who you got? Canelo Crawford.
Yeah.
Got Canelo. I heard the punches that he hit Charlo with. I don't know if Crawford can absorb those punches. I know he's a great man and a great warrior. But you come from 147 to put on a better fight than Charlo. I mean, I don't even know what that means. I don't know if that means that Crawford is so great and he can do that, or that means that Charlo set the bar so damn low that anybody can do better than Charlo did last night.
Do skill really pay the bill? Because that would be tested.
Pay the bill. That's why Canelo killed for too.
Check out the projected odds that came out. One of the odds projectors say Canelo is opening up as the favorite, -130. Crawford is +100. That's damn near 50-50. Another one says Canelo Alvarez is the favorite, -185. Crawford is the underdog, only +55. Let me tell you something. If those are the odds on my booking come day one, I'm max betting Canelo Alvarez. I could give a damn. If y'all mean to tell me that y'all think it's 50-50, I'ma empty my account on Canelo Alvarez. I don't have to bet KO, none of that shit. If y'all think it's that close, I'ma empty my account. $30,000, I can give a shit. I'm about to come up. I was gonna bet on Crawford thinking he'd be the huge underdog. Y'all got it that narrow?
In a debate with veteran writer Dan Raphael, StephenASmith restated his worries about Crawford's chances. Raphael, though, said Crawford wouldn't take the fight for money. He would go in to win. Still, even Raphael admitted it's a tough test, and for Crawford to have any shot, he'd need to...
I think Terence Crawford is a marvelous boxer, arguably the best in the world, pound for pound. But can you hurt Canelo? If you can't hurt him, I have no doubt he can outbox him. My issue is, if you can't hurt him, what kind of a challenge can you truly pose? What do you say to that?
No, that's a great point. I mean, here's the thing. Canelo Alvarez has a historically great chin. Now, I go way back when he first came to the United States and started boxing, and he found himself on an HBO pay-per-view undercard years and years ago, fighting against the older brother of the great Miguel Cotto. His name was Jose Miguel Cotto, and he had gotten a ton of hype. He had signed with Golden Boy Promotions, and a lot of those of us in the media, and I had seen him a couple of times before that. This is my first time seeing him in person, really paying close attention, and he almost got knocked out in the first round. And I remember Stephen A., all of us looking around at Media Row going, what the heck is this all hyped about? This man can't take a shot. He's going to get drilled. He was lucky that the fight was over, that the round was over in round 1, or there might have been some much more trouble. Stephen A., that was 16, 17 years ago. I've never seen him wobbled, rocked, physically, visibly hurt since then. He has an all-time great chin going in the ring with tremendous punchers. Terence Crawford coming up 2 weight classes, do any damage? Yeah, he's a slick boxer, and he's also a good puncher in the welterweight division, in the junior welterweight division, in the lightweight division. But even at junior middleweight, which is where Terence Crawford had his most recent fight back in August, when he moved up and he won a world title, he didn't blow the doors off. He fought a very tough, solid opponent named Israel Madrimov. He gave him a good fight. It was very close. Madrimov's people seem to think he might have even been able to edge it out. But if you can't hurt an Israel Madrimov at 154, what the heck are you going to do with Canelo Alvarez, the sturdiest guy in the world, at 168? So that aspect of it is certainly a problem. You mentioned about Charlo. Charlo was there to get his check. I know one thing about Terence Crawford. He's not going to just come to turn up to get the check. He'll at least try. And Charlo, I don't think, really tried.
Past super middleweight king Carl Froch criticized the planned fight, saying it wouldn't be a real contest. Froch feels the gap in strength and size is just too big. He believes Crawford won't be able to hold his own against someone as physically imposing as Canelo. Froch
Las Vegas. Now that is a fight that I'm expecting to be very good. I think it's going to be tough for Crawford. He's not big enough, I don't think. He's just not got that size. Don't get me wrong, he'll stack some pounds on and he'll grow. He's obviously bigger than his fight weight, but Canelo Alvarez has been up at light heavyweight. I know he's been up at light heavyweight. He beat Kovalev, and then he's dropped back down now to super middle because he's probably not big enough for light heavyweight. Lost to Bivol, and he's probably realised actually that's probably a step too far. But Terence Crawford, what is he, 147 pound, one of the best to do it in the business. But to come up, we know what it's like when people come up from welterweight and try and succeed a couple of weight divisions above their weight. It's tough, it's difficult.
Even with all the heat and doubt, Terence Crawford still wants this clash. Many fans are behind him, inspired by his boldness and hunger for legacy. Crawford has always chosen daring paths, and this could become his crowning moment. If he somehow pulls off the win, it would be one of boxing's great upsets. High risk, massive reward.
I just feel if Terence Crawford's going to have a fight again, and I look at the options on the table, there's no one he wants to fight 154 pounds. There isn't. He doesn't want to fight Fundora. He's not going to fight Virgil Ortiz. He's not going to fight Boychuk. These aren't sexy names. These are just not names that even gets out for a jog for. The only name he wants to fight is Canelo. So for me, I feel like I'm more closer to Crawford fighting than Crawford not fighting. And if Crawford's going to fight, then it has to be Canelo. But look, we'll see. That's a dream one for me. I think I said that on my wish list for 2025. I said Crawford, Canelo. I think all the others will come true. I just want this one to come true. It's a crazy fight. There's almost too much weight between the two, but I agree. Hey, this is boxing.